Hey everyone, welcome to video 1 in the Criterion Completion Facebook group thingy that I have started up here again. Coming to you from the Criterion condominium in downtown Minneapolis, actually on the set of my new movie, Criterion, The Completioning, Part 1. Wanted to take this time to talk a little bit about some of the oddities within the collection, and not going to do this all at once, but actually going to do this over time. So this first one might be a little longer than some, so I apologize for that. I'm getting used to the process and how you do this, and also, as you could tell from the beginning or the intro, I'm teaching myself Final Pro at the same time, so we'll see how it goes over time. But I wanted to put out a invitation to anybody who wanted to put up any videos on the Facebook group. Show us your collection. You can see most of mine behind me here. Anything that you find interesting or would love to share with people, I would love to share it with everybody on the page. So please take this as the opening salvo in anybody adding anything that they'd like in this regard. So what do I want to talk about today? Well, I wanted to bring up a set that has somewhat of an interesting pedigree and somewhat of an interesting story behind it. And that is actually the Criterion Six Moral Tales by Eric Rohmer. Well, obviously this is not it. This is the Arrow set that has the comedies and proverbs included in it that we're hoping to see in Criterion anytime now. But I just wanted to hold this up because this is a beautiful set in its own right. But what I'm really here to talk about is the Eric Rohmer Six Moral Tales set. This, as you could probably guess by looking at the size of it, is the actual or the original DVD set that came out on August 15th, 2006. Now, so what's so special about this? Well, a couple of things. First off, this is the first set that came out with the Wacky C. This is where the line started on August 15, 2006. In fact, if you look at spine 341, the one right before it, you can see the old style Criterion logo on a Canterbury tail, a logo that I actually still miss quite a bit and would love to have always kept this one. So let's go back to the Six Moral Tales. So what's so special about this other than what I just talked about? Well, I showed you the spine, 342, but if I turn it to the opening side, what do you see there? That, my friends, is another spine, 342. How did this happen? Well, actually what happened is this. The original box that I'm holding here in my left hand when it came out was actually sized too big for the DVDs, and they sent it out this way. I can't quite remember if they warned us that this was happening, but certainly the uproar started after it came out. Now, I actually don't have the DVD set anymore. I've got the original oversized box. I have a copy of the second box that came out, I actually got 2 of these in the mail by accident. I wrote them and complained that I hadn't received my first one. They sent me a second one right away, and of course, they both showed up within about 2 days. So why do I have this? Well, it's because when I sold the DVD set, I just kept my second one, and just for today, just for fun, it's housing the Blu-ray set. So we have the Blu-ray set, we have the right size box, and we have the oversized box. I always love the way these fit together like this, and I had a hermetically sealed set of the 6 Moral Tales. So what was so goofy about this? Well, like I said, I don't have the DVDs anymore, but I thought I would just do an approximation. Here is the Antoine Doinel individual digi-sleeves from that set that is going to be upgraded here soon. And if I put these in here, don't pay so much attention to what's going on over here. Obviously, this isn't enough discs, and we're missing the book that the set had. But you'll notice up top here that there was a lot of room, and these things had a lot of play in them, and they just kind of flop back and forth. As you can imagine, people such as myself, this threw us all into a tizzy, and this could not stand, and that's why they fixed it actually fairly quickly. John Mulvaney was on it toot sweet. Another interesting thing about this, and for you spine aficionados like myself, this can cause your toes to curl a little bit. As you know, as I said, this is spine 342, and the 6 discs in here comprise 343 through 348. But if you look back at the Blu-ray set that came out in May of 2020, this actually, the entire big DVD set went out of print in July of 2017. But those of you that have the Blu-ray set have probably noticed, and like I said, for those of you that love spines, this is painful. All 6 discs, which are no longer in individual cases, are in one of these, and spines 343 to 348 are nowhere to be seen. They have basically disappeared. Now they're still online, and the set is still referred to that way, but nowhere within the set do you see those spine numbers. If you're laughing at me right now, then things like that don't bother you. But bother might be too strong of a word, but it certainly makes my back teeth tingle just a little bit. So that's what we're looking at. So I'm wondering if anybody still has their big oversized box with the come hither picture on the inside. I'll just put this back together, put my Blu-ray in here, and put this all back together, and there you have it. The nesting doll version of 6 Moral Tales by Rohmer, Criterion number 342.